In this video, we are going to talk about ICP, some of its recent price action, the important support and resistance areas, and where we can expect the price of ICP to go in the next few days and weeks. So we'll look at the weekly chart, and what we can see here is this very clear channel that ICP has been in, this downtrending channel that has been very reliable in recent years. Pretty much every time ICP hits one of these trend lines, it gets a very significant rally or dump. And in the last few months, we've seen ICP hit the bottom of this channel, get a very explosive rally all the way up to the upper part of the channel, and then following that, it has been dumping for quite a while now, and ICP has gotten pretty close to this trend line recently, but it's still not quite there. ICP is currently at about $2.3 and the trend line is at $1.5. So in my opinion, it seems pretty straightforward. I think that unless we see some very explosive rally by Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market, if the crypto market is going to continue to not do so well, or even if it does well but not amazing, then ICP will likely just continue to dump all the way down to the trend line. The structure of the downtrending channel has not broken in years now, so I don't really see a reason why ICP would start to suddenly do well despite it not hitting the trend line. Recently, we've seen Bitcoin getting a very significant dump all the way down to about 60k, and following that, the rest of the crypto market has been doing very poorly as well. Honestly, considering how poorly the rest of the crypto market is doing right now, ICP is not doing that horribly, at least in the last few weeks. It seems generally like the correlation of ICP with Bitcoin is not as high as it is with some other altcoins. So although I do think that Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market will likely get a pretty significant relief rally sometime relatively soon, and we could still see Bitcoin potentially heading all the way up to 100k, or at least somewhat close to that, I still don't think that it would guarantee ICP doing very well, and I think that the most likely outcome is that it will eventually get all the way down to the trend line. Whether it happens next week or only in a few months is obviously completely uncertain, but until ICP hits that trend line, I would personally avoid getting into it, and I don't think that the chance for a significant rally would be very large. And honestly, even if it does hit the trend line, we have to remember that ICP is still in a very clear downtrending channel, so the most it can get is to create a new lower high. Right now, the upper part of the channel is at about $8, and this will continue going down as time goes on. So that would be a rally of just over 3x from where ICP is at right now, and just over 5x from where the lower part of the channel is. So if we do see ICP going all the way down to the trend line, it could be a decent opportunity if we start seeing ICP reacting to it, and as long as it doesn't break down below the trend line and closes a weekly candle below it, because if it does so, then that would be absolutely devastating for ICP, and it would mark the breakdown out of the structure, and it would likely lead to ICP dumping a lot further. But as long as it keeps holding this trend line, then ICP can definitely get a significant rally sometime in 2026. So yeah guys, of course this is not financial advice whatsoever, but at the moment I would not get into ICP. As I said, if it does get all the way down to the trend line and starts reacting to it, it could be a much better opportunity. And in general, at the moment, I think that most altcoins will likely not outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think that the most likely outcome sometime in the next few months is that we do see Bitcoin getting a significant relief rally. And when that does happen, some altcoins will definitely do very well, but I think that most altcoins will still underperform Bitcoin. So I would still be very selective with the altcoins I'm getting into, and I would not go too heavy into altcoins. ICP could be one of those altcoins, but only if it does get to the trend line, as I said. So right now I would avoid it. Again, this is not financial advice whatsoever. And also, if we are looking at ICP on a longer term and not just about the next few weeks and months, then unless the 4-year cycle has completely broken and we just see Bitcoin continuing into new all-time highs already in 2026, as long as the 4-year cycle is still somewhat intact and Bitcoin just continues its bear market eventually, then I don't think that ICP has a significant chance of creating any new significant highs and breaking above this downtrending channel, and the most likely outcome is that it will just continue to range in this channel or perhaps even break down below it. I think that's a lot more likely than it breaking above it, but again, this is just looking at it very speculatively long term. In the short term, this trend line is the area to look at around $1.5. That's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it and you want more updates about ICP as well as other altcoins, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.